Premier League, Group Stage, Round of 32. Boomerang.
I think we're pretty done.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is.
Are we good?
I didn't hear it, but
It's coming up. Hold on.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything.
yeah,
Trying to check.
fail. There
Oh, I
it
heard
is.
it. I heard it,
don't know,
yeah.
though. I don't like it 100%. But,
I like
So-
it.
but yeah, we have Tempo repping the pink colors, man. That's what I like to see.
Yeah, it seems a little anticlimactic, but anyway, we'll see what we can do about that. We'll see if we can get like K-pop stars to do it.
There you go.
To like stand next to the actual player. We'll fly them
We
all
just need a
around.
Korean guy, though. No, we just need like one of those Korean
Like,
guys.
yeah,
with
the-
pink.
Korean, almost Street Fighter voice.
IVD Tempo.
IVD
That was pretty- that was pretty
Boomerang.
good. That's pretty
Yeah.
good.
That sort
So
of
far,
thing.
everything's pretty standard.
Yeah, normal stuff going down. It
Hatch
looks
first,
like
Reaper
it's
first.
probably going to be Reaper first out of Boomerang, and Hatch first there out of Mr. Kwame.
What'd you just call him?
Kwame, that's his first name.
Oh, I did
Yeah.
not know that.
Yeah, it's a good name. But also known as Tempo, of course.
Mommy
since-
Tempo.
Yeah.
Boing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I forget
Boomerang
his last
was causing
name.
a
It
lot
starts with an
in the
M.
lobby. These
Yeah.
guys obviously they know each other pretty well, and they were having a bit of
Yeah.
friendly back and forth, bit of friendly
Yes.
trash talk.
Yeah, I solicited trash talk, and Boomerang would
provided.
like to say that no matter how Tempo spells his name, he still ends up being a 0.
Yes.
It's a play on spelling.
So,
And then I don't know. Did Tempo come up with a good insult?
I think he
was
did,
just-
but I cannot remember what
yeah,
it was.
He was just kind of taking it. And
No, he
Boomerang
came up
had
with
a
some
few
good
more.
stuff. I just can't
Was there
remember it 'cause it
something?
was
Yeah, I
like
don't know what it was.
it was quite highbrow.
Apparently,
Now
you
I've
pronounced
forgotten
his
it.
name wrong. It's Kwame.
Huh? I'm pretty sure it's
Kwame.
Kwame.
Kwame. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go with Kwame.
Kwame.
I know people named Kwame. I don't know anyone named Kwame. So
Oh, Peter spelled
gonna go with
it.
that.
And I wonder what.
yeah, so we're going CC immediately here for Boomerang as the first Reaper comes across. Second one is not being built. So we'll just
No.
make a single Reaper
He's just
scout.
gonna have to deal with a couple of seconds, maybe like 10 seconds of Reaper harass. But he's got his lings out, so I think he'll be
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, he'll be fine.
Yeah, should be able to drive this way pretty effectively. And of course, by the time the Reapers run away to heal up, the Queens will have come out.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh,
And he's
my-
going to a factory on top of this, getting the reactor on top of this barracks as well. So probably a Hellion follow-up. I'd imagine they're going to switch.
Most likely.
You think we're going to see the Hellbats?
Maybe that'd be nice. They worked pretty well for I forget who last night.
Ghosty Pizza.
Yes, yeah, Lycanthrope. Yeah, definitely. They worked well for him, and yeah, they're a really potent force.
So strong. They just
Yeah.
turn up and they absolutely shred everything a Zerg can have unless they've kind of really scouted well and prepared for it at that point in time. It requires a lot of actual planning ahead by the Zerg to deal with it appropriately, so it's quite hard to get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, once you get enough of them, they kind of hit that critical mass where they beat things they're not supposed to beat, like roaches and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, you just get enough splash that they all go away.
Well, you can kite on your on creep,
Yeah,
but the creep
yeah,
spread for
stuff.
tempo is kind of... It's not
Uh,
exactly lacking, and it's going to kick off very surely with these extra queens coming out towards the front. But for now, with the Hellions already on their way across the map, right now there's not a lot of room for the Zerglings to maneuver.
No,
Yeah,
but he
go
does
for it.
have 2 queens at the front. He doesn't have speed or anything. I think he might throw down a Roach Warren. I'm not sure. Because he's got 2 gases going. Where did...
Lair coming
started
up.
Lair.
On the flip side, Boomerang is triple factory.
Yeah, I think we'll
So-
definitely see the Hellbats then.
So that'll be neat.
We're gonna
If
see
you remember
some
that these
mech
guys are
play.
friends, well, these
Yeah.
guys are friends, so they're probably metagaming each other like absolutely
Yeah.
crazy
I
right
think
now.
they're quite
So we're
aware
gonna
of
see
each other.
some non-standard plays, perhaps.
well, really good injects on Tempo's side.
Yeah, there comes
very
the Roach Warren you were mentioning.
Yep.
And
gonna
he's
hold
going
himself.
immediately to layer on that as well.
Yeah, he started. His layer's almost done.
Yeah. And
He's
even
got
trying
4
to take a
gases
third here now.
going. I know he wants his third.
Yep.
He's actually only
He
just
does have the
finished
creep
those gases in
first.
his main, and he hasn't mined anything from them yet. So I'm wondering what he's planning to do with that, whether it's for a transition after this. He's only just taken the third.
He might have just forgot to... Nope, there he goes. He's filling up those gases now. He's filled up one of them. No, both of them.
One of them, not the other. Yeah, there it
Yeah,
goes.
He
Yeah.
still doesn't have speedling, so he's definitely just going to go roaches for now.
Yeah, and
just hold on.
those missile attacks confirm that. Going to be going for that more kind of ranged attack style, and it does leave him option to transition into swarm hosts, which could be good against the heavy mech style.
Yeah, it could be pretty decent. He's getting the roach speed there as well.
The queen's off the creep. He might get this
Yeah, he
queen.
probably shouldn't chase this far, because he'll get fried,
Yeah,
as seen in
never
Exhibit
leave
A.
that comforting safety.
He will get back on.
Yeah,
comes
the armor's
roaches.
complete, isn't it? There we go.
I mean, he can hold off with those few roaches right now.
Yeah, he's getting close to having to cancel it, and so he's got to decide if he's going to attack it or not. But
I think he'll just
yeah,
cancel it.
he will
yeah.
have to cancel and let it go.
He could have held it off.
Probably.
He might
Yeah.
lose both these queens actually.
Oh, there's the Hellbat
what's he
switch right
doing?
there. Both queens do come down with fury.
I think that was what Tempo was waiting for. He was waiting for the Hellbat switch that he suspected was coming, and then moved in as soon as the Helium mobility was lost for Boomerang. He turned in, sniped them all, didn't really lose that much after the hatchery, which obviously is quite a significant loss in its own right.
Yes, but he did get the cancel off, so he's gonna throw that down again. And
Yeah.
I think he's all right.
It's the
no.
timing, really. Taking a third
I
at
know.
950, it's not really where you want to be moving into the mid game as a Zerg player, but Tempo's making the best of the situation he's found himself in.
But he is
He's-
saturated on both of his bases. He's been
Yeah.
doing very, very good with his macro.
He's
has
got Burrow
pretty good
almost
defense.
finished here.
Yeah,
But
that
he's
Burrow's
gonna get
pretty
kinda
good.
roasted.
Oh man, that Thor
Yeah.
and the tanks.
This is extremely hard to engage with a ground-based army.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's, he does burrow, so he reveals that's the case. Takes out 2 tanks, but not a lot more. And he'll have to retreat here. And he did throw down a Hydra Den during that as well, so it looks like he is going to be Roach Hydra, at least initially.
I want to see the swarm hosts.
I would say I want to see the Swarm Hosts, but Swarm Host versus Mech is so agonizing
long.
sometimes.
I know it lasts so long, but you know, I learn every time I watch Swarm Hosts versus Mech. Like it makes me really want to learn how to do Swarm Hosts better. Like I don't know if it's like my crit spread is good and everything. It's just the whole control of the units and how to like to support them and stuff. So I like really like seeing Swarm Hosts.
Creep is
When I
incredibly
go-
important, actually. It's something that a lot of people underestimate. It's so important in Swarm Host games just
Yeah.
because the rate of reinforcement of
Yes.
your Locust is so hugely affected by it.
Yep, and then spine spores.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. You need to
that
be
sort
able
of
to
thing.
plant those down and move it with your army. Up to 5 factories now is Boomerang, so he's definitely straight on into
So,
Mac.
He's
selling
sold on the
to-
idea of Mech, I think.
Yeah, definitely. He's committed.
We do have a tech lab on that starport,
Yeah.
of course. So
Ah. Do you
Hellion
think we might see a
sneaking into
Raven?
the third base here. And that Burrow actually helping him out a little bit, burrowing some of the drones. And he'll chase these away.
Very heavy Roach Force for Tempo. Just going to be able to... He's going to be able to outmaneuver his opponent at this point. But he has to make very sure that Boomerang doesn't decide, okay, I'm just going to move out with my tanks and my mech and siege up. Because a Roach Force is going to struggle to engage well in that
and
situation.
Terran is gonna try to go take his third base right now. I'm not sure the Zerg can really go and stop that.
Not if it's
Yeah,
sieged up
it's-
well. But the
Yeah,
anti-air...
it's going to
is-
be hard to move in. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, the third is
But he
being
does
denied
delay
by an
it just a
Overlord
little
right
bit.
now.
Yep, it delays it, which is really good.
Yeah, so a full minute, and he's not even killing that yet. He will send out a Thor to pick off the Overlord. You're right about, I think, what you're going to say, the anti-air. The anti-air currently is a Thor. Is the entire anti-air of the army.
All one of it.
Yeah. I guess
So-
he's a damaged Marine. He's hanging around. These
Chipping
roaches are going
away.
to swing into position, and he's aware of what's going on right now. It's nice to know that if Thor takes 8 hits to kill an Overlord.
Well, it would be less if he'd switched to the
Yeah, air
other
attack.
shot. Yeah.
Roaches are going to do really well in this position and just take out these tanks.
There's no
He doesn't
defense for them.
He only
Yeah.
has tanks right now and
That's
one
it. And
Raven.
they're just, there's no buffer for them. So he's just
And
taking them out
he's-
individually here.
He has 2 armor, so I mean he's 2/2 now.
Yeah, Hydras will be able to go after this orbital, but it'll probably get away.
Yeah, I think
At least
just
in
about.
safety to get repaired. Yeah.
I mean he has no high ground. He has so many tanks though, unfortunately.
I don't like the decision to move them out, though. I think when they're out in the
yeah.
open, they're way more exposed, and the roaches can just rush in. Behind that barrier, they were safe.
Where's the mutas?
They're on their way,
I
Spire.
really see some
Yeah,
mutas.
About a third done.
Yeah, they are on their way. And yeah, you're right. These tanks just spread out. The spread is good, but there's no buffering units. There's supposed to be a lot of Hellbats or Bio or something between these tanks to prevent you from just going from tank to tank to tank.
Where's the money being spent? Actually, it has just been spent. I think we were just between waves. It just looked a bit high for a moment.
Yeah, we got 13 Hydras coming out right now. Tempo is up to a 4th base now established, and he's going to take 2 gases down there. The Boomerang's base still has not actually landed because there is a burrowed roach, which is now cleaned up. So being really annoying
burrowed?
behind that 3rd. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
there's
he
a
delayed
Raven
that
there.
for a while.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
really nice.
Yeah.
I thought this little force from Tempo was going to push up into the natural, and that would have been, I think, a pretty inadvisable engagement. But when he got scanned, it decided to back off. So maybe Boomerang not doing himself any favors there.
2 Vipers coming out here now because he
Love it.
does have the infestation pit as well. So just going to yank a few tanks probably out of position. Nice run
Yeah,
by
some
here coming
Hellions
with the
coming out on the
Hellions. 2 Queens there, but not much else.
Yeah, those are currently. I mean, that 4th base is
He's
basically
just going to
undefended.
go Hellbat.
But with that little run
Tempo
by,
using this to potentially move in, but thinks twice about it. I think he's
I
just
couldn't
going to lose
have
his
bothered to
hatchery.
switch the player.
Yeah.
Like at this point, you really can't see which way it's going at all. But I do
Yeah.
think you're right. He's definitely going to lose that hatchery. Hellbats. No,
No,
with
he's
transfuse.
transfusing
They're
it. He's
trying to
okay.
transfuse.
Wow.
That's pretty good.
He got
Yes.
all those Hellbats.
Well, I think the Hellbats probably should have. Maybe they didn't realize how much time they had, but if they had picked off the 2 Queens first and then turned to it, but they didn't know obviously how long it would take to respond.
It's very nice creep spread. There's a sensor tower now at the 3rd base, so
Yeah.
there's not a
Yeah.
lot to.
He
Berserk
controls over 60% of the map with creep.
Which is great. And I mean, he could probably take his other 2 bases on his side and be perfectly fine right now. Another Hellion push.
There comes the Locust upgrade you want, and he's also going to a greater Spire onto this.
And Tempo is moving in on all of these tanks, and there is not a lot of Ravens
Is
right
he
now.
gonna
Oh,
Hunter
let's just
Seeker
look at-
going off? He will get out of
Oh.
range. That's fine. Not yet using really the pulls here. He does pull
Oh,
one
there's
tank down.
He lost the other one, I think. Oh, that didn't do a lot of damage, so that's good.
Yeah, good shot on the periphery, but that's it. It will be hard to move into this. There's so many tanks now, but again, the anti-air is very light.
Well, now he has 3 Thors
There's
out.
3 Thors, but yeah, they just come walking out and
And I
at the
think he's
same
going to
time.
start spitting out a lot more Ravens. More Thors are being produced.
What did he just kill? Did he just kill one of his own Hydras?
It's certainly possible.
Very
I
possible.
don't know.
I think so.
I don't know.
Okay, come on. Like, you
Just-
don't ever accidentally A-click your own units.
Totally.
He
This
well,
has
he might
still
have done
very
it
low
deliberately
at
then,
but he's not.
I don't know if he's
No,
going to get
it's
this
fine.
hatchery.
Way too much
And,
defense here now.
No.
Enduring Locusts is just about to finish.
Yes.
It's there. They are
It
on
is
their way.
there.
You will get
Yes.
your wish.
Yes, Tempo. Thank you for making me day.
Yeah.
But he is maxed out, so I think what he's going to do is throw away some of his army right now.
Yeah, if he knows his force is
Tempo.
coming down, he can make that go away. Yeah.
Tempo, these Vikings are killing your overlords, and you're just
No.
running right by them.
Oh no.
Oh, no, the CC was going to land at the
Yeah.
4th, and
Nice pull on that tank, pulling it straight into the roaches. Getting a few of them like that, actually. I wonder if Blinding Cloud might be a better use now that these tanks are clumping up, though.
Yeah, everything is coming really close together. He will back up.
Yeah, probably the best decision, I think. Not wasting his... He's not wasting his units, but he does want to trade them out for more efficient ones at this point
We
in the
have
game.
Corruptors coming out now.
I wouldn't have called that.
He's going directly into Broodlord. He already has the
Yeah.
Greater Spire done. So, and
Which is
by-
actually really good with the composition right now, because he doesn't have a lot of Vikings out, and the Thors, they won't do too much damage because the broodlings, the brood babies,
yeah.
the brood babies.
Good babies. Is running in here again.
I think he's destroying a little bit of his units.
Yeah,
though.
that may just be to free up
There's
the
a Swarm
supply.
Host coming out now.
Yeah,
He's
all...
completely maxed out again.
13 being built at one point there. He's moving the Corruptors into place, and yeah, we'll probably be able to morph them over there. Hope he
I was about
doesn't
to say,
actually.
I'd really like some more bases out of Tempo, but as I say that, he's just about to expand to the gold, and that'll keep him staying in this game for as long as possible. He's going to need it.
Here's
Scary mech army moving across his way.
let's get a burrow these,
Oh, burrow,
This is the time for
burrow,
Blinding
burrow.
Cloud.
or get back. Yeah, he could just retreat.
Yeah, I think
Works
he's just
too.
going to retreat. He lost quite a bit right there.
Yeah, he's almost caught him in the time that he's just not prepared for a push right now. He hasn't had the time to go Broodlord yet, and these Swarm Hosts are going to try and hold everything off.
I think they're going to do okay, but it's not really perfect at this point. The
Yeah.
Broodlords are desperately morphing in, but they've got a full 20 seconds left, and the Vikings and Thors are nearly on top of them.
Yeah.
He's losing a lot of
These
his
Swarm
Swarm
Hosts are not burrowed either underneath. He's just realizing that
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, and they were morphing right in his face. And these Thors are just...
The seconds left. I mean,
Yeah,
the Broodlords are done,
Broodlords
but
do come
we can
out,
deal
but
with
they
them.
will be targeted down
It's
by
just
some
too
Vikings
late.
here.
They...
Yeah.
Oh, that's so unfortunate.
Yeah, the Vikings pick off all the Broodlords. The tanks are moving up towards the ramp, and Tempo is somewhat on the back foot at this point, desperately trying to get those Locusts rallied across into the tanks, but the tank count is so strong and so established. The Swarm Hosts are having to back away, and all the time Boomerang's getting a more and more established position between the bases of his Zerg opponent, exactly where he wants to be.
Yeah, he's just going to cut everything off, prevent him from really rallying. A
Oh,
decent number of Swarm Hosts are now established, but he's in the place that he wants to be.
he's just pressuring him so much.
It's going to be very, very hard. I mean, Swarm Host Army, it's very, very potent, and the more he gets, the more he's going to be able to stand a chance of pushing this back. But behind this, Boomerang's just making units. His supply is so far above that of his opponent, and right now, he can just shove forward with tanks again and again, picking away the Corruptors, picking away the Swarm Hosts. I have to say, at this point, Boomerang does look like he's in a commanding position.
Yeah, and these Vikings has also put Tempo in such a supply block position.
He's also
Tempo's
landed
getting
some on
his,
the goal.
his wings
He
out
just
now. They don't even
had to
have
make
speed.
lunch.
He's getting desperate. And his rally points are just right over the Thors, unfortunately.
Yeah, I've seen so many Corruptors and Overlords go down that way.
Yeah.
He's got
And now
enough...
we have
like
more
the-
Hellions
and he
coming
is
in.
going to clean this up. Like he'll get
Just-
a hand free, but he's
Yeah.
lost his third base.
But
in doing
meanwhile, the
so.
Terran took his fifth base, and he didn't really care about those units. He was just sat there while he macroed, and he still has one tank just beasting away at everything.
He's still got
And more
Hellbats.
Hellbats. Wow. Yeah, those are the Hellions that came down from the center of the map.
And there's just
Little
nothing to
follow-up.
get at them right now.
Those Lings aren't going to do
Lings are
anything.
gonna
They're just going
come
to get
in.
roasted.
They're targeted fire.
Wow.
Well, now they're not. Yeah.
Before this whole
Brood
engagement,
babies.
Tempo had an absolutely fantastic bank, but the engagements taken by Boomerang were so superior that he's forced Tempo to expend almost all of that in actually defending and holding. So now, even though the push for Boomerang is mostly cleaned up, just a couple of units kicking around on Tempo's side of the map, there's nothing that Tempo can do to really punish this. He's making 20 Lings, but the most valuable base on the map is defended by tanks. So should we get him to lose this Hellions, though? That's a little bit... not really what you want to do.
And he
Sorry.
just lost 2 Corruptors to these Vikings, just beating away at his overlords because his rally point is just right in front of his natural, and
Yeah, this queen will try and clean them up. Here.
All right.
Yeah, Hellion swinging on by.
I actually think, weirdly, Tempo should take down his rocks.
Yes,
Tempo
no,
Boomerang should take down his rocks. Well, both of them should take down all of the rocks.
Yeah.
Not just because, I personally hate rocks, but also because it would allow a great reinforcement rate. And these tanks wouldn't be, trundling past on creep. We saw some Hellions just a moment ago get picked off by Locusts, and that's what made me think of it. He'd have that direct reinforcement rate.
Yeah.
Just looking around. Boomerang could trade away some SCVs, actually.
Yes, definitely. He's got 86 at the moment, but he's not capped either, so he doesn't have to just yet, but certainly later on he would. Ling's kind of running around poking at one turret and stuff like that. Tempo's gas is still pretty good, so now establishing the gold base, hopefully he can catch up in minerals there. Swarm host will move to siege up this space, which is nearing completion.
And
There's
I think
one little.
kind of.
Yeah.
Smart to snipe that SCV. Might just also be the auto parking, but even so.
I don't even think that was cancelled.
No?
No.
Wait, no. Yeah, no, it must have been. It was too quick. Surely.
I didn't see the numbers.
Okay. I don't know. I didn't see him either.
Yeah.
I was looking, but I didn't clock it. Foolish. But yeah, Tempo's kind of getting himself back into this a little bit now. With those Swarm hosts able to keep himself in a strong defensive stand, he can keep his opponent back at home. And even though the income realistically ought to favor Boomerang with mules and with 81 SCVs, it's actually in favor of Tempo.
Yeah. It's
That shouldn't be the case, really.
Yeah, it's kind of strange.
81 SCVs to 50 drones right now.
It's just kind of where they're mining. The third for their Terran is basically mined out, and the fourth base is so oversaturated that it doesn't matter. There's
I agree.
an extra 25.
He needs to bring some of this. He needs that sixth base, and he needs to. I didn't realize how late we were in the game, and he needs to transfer those.
Oh. And he's going to be start work on this planetary fortress, but he does back up the swarm host. He's going to go in from the other angle here now.
I mean, Tempo could definitely come back because you do have a huge point. Like these locusts, if he did not hit this,
locusts are hard. Yeah.
He's got 14 mutalisks that he's just produced. If he picks off those Thors with the locusts, he can swoop in and kill basically everything.
Go for that planetary fortress, kill,
he's got a lot of tanks.
Yeah, the 800 SCVs that are over there.
Yeah.
He's got one of these Thors. He might even get this other Thor.
He does need a little bit to protect the Vikings here from these ravens, but...
guys, these mutas are just pounding away at the main base.
Yeah, he's going to take out all the infrastructure. He's going to cancel this battle cruiser.
Good.
Yeah. I mean, one battlecruiser can probably take 14 mutalisks.
Yeah.
Going to take down the fusion core as well to prevent the option of any more coming out, and it's just going to be as annoying as possible. And actually, are we seeing a reaction? Where are the Thors? Boomerang's Thors are still just...
They are...
hanging out.
Yeah, Thors are still just there. He does lose his gold base to that mass hellback counterattack, and it forced the swarm host to kind of retreat back into that position. But he's losing all this infrastructure here, and there's really nothing to deal with the mutalisks at the moment. He's not willing to move his Thors over. There's a lot of Vikings, but he's not.
There's not enough Thor.
In.
He only has one Thor, though.
Yeah.
So
these locusts actually catching the army of Boomerang out of position a little bit, able to pick off 2 tanks without... that's a lot more effective than they've been for most of the rest of the game, so Boomerang needs to be a little bit careful.
Oh no, oh no.
Yeah, Muta's going to work on these Vikings that are actually clearing it out. Yeah. Yeah, to a Hunter Seeker.
Yep, to 2.
He's clearing out the Vikings here with the Mutapack, and if he kills the Thor, none of this other stuff shoots up.
The Ravens can use the point of
use the
Hunter
Seeker.
He can come back from behind with the Mutalisk, pick off that Thor, and then he can clear off the rest of these tank stuff.
So the
Raven only
Mutalisk
has
are
enough
go right for the planetary over here.
So a lot of swarm hosts were just killed by the little tank push coming forwards, and a few more might go the same way. Yep, another one picked off. Tempo forced to retreat a little bit as Boomerang goes on the attack.
Yeah, but meanwhile, he's killing all of his SCVs at his 4th base. All he has is that gold base mining.
He's now only saturated.
And there's only 4 SCVs at the gold base.
If he can somehow, like... Oh, man.
They do transfer over, but yeah. He's also got this other base, I guess 5th or 6th base down here in the middle. These are still dealing with the locusts. Swarm hosts have retreated enough.
I mean, I'm looking at this game and I'm just wondering, at this point, either the swarm hosts are going to be that force that is needed to clear up the army of Boomerang,
He only has
not.
one tank, or one Thor and a few tanks left. There's like 5 or 6 Vikings, and that's it.
Yeah, I keep thinking eventually the mutas will just come over and could kill all of this. There's 2 Thors there now.
Oh, he's on his way.
Yeah,
He's
it's
moving.
happening.
They're kind of individual mutas, but they're going to die. Muta flock not as healthy as it was, but yeah, he's going to back away.
Oh!
Yeah, really big
That
volley.
Thor shot.
Really big volley there.
Good lord.
Oh.
So he has so many turrets at that gold base, and he knows he needs to keep that gold base, or he is screwed.
Yeah,
and
that's
unfortunately, it's
his
just a planetary too. got a lot
Thor
of
popping
energy.
out while these mutas don't
Oh
realize yet. He
no!
will magic box, so
Yep.
that will.
And even so, they're not exactly non-cost effective. Picking up 2, 3 Mutalisks so far, still not even done. 4 Mutalisks to that Thor, that is worth it.
Yeah, it does finish it off. The Terran
He's
going
back
after
in.
this other base, but the amount of defense he has just going down, down, down. These tanks are starting to be cleared up. Only 2 left there. Hellbats, though, killing all the workers.
I still don't even know which way I think it's going. Because
Man,
it
I
could
would-
go.
I
It
think
could
Tempo.
still go either way.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think Tempo's got it because there's not... I don't see 9 swarm hosts being cleared at this point.
But again, Temp only has one mining base as well.
Yeah, no, that's definitely true. He does have another one up, but it's not mining yet. But the infrastructure for Boomerang is also almost all but gone. And he hasn't been able to rebuild any of this. He's trying to get a barracks back up.
Oh, the
near
Widowmine's going to go off on
his
Swarm
base.
Host.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah.
I was thinking it might kill one of the non-full health ones, but it went for one of the full health ones, so whatever.
Yeah, he was making mines down. Wow, is this his last factory?
I think it is. Yeah.
No, there's one at the top of the ramp
It's-
with the
Okay.
reactor.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Yeah. And it's
Wow,
making 2
Widow
Widow
mines,
mines,
man.
which is not a bad choice. Not a bad choice at all.
And this little Hellion Force gonna. I thought they were just gonna
I
go
wish
for it
he
there.
could make a
but I
whole
guess
bunch
not.
of lings and just send them into that gold base. But that's almost mined out. Holy crap.
Yeah, they go fast, especially
Yeah,
when you're
has-
dropping mules on it.
Jeez.
Those go away.
This game
Like-
is just intense.
Yeah, supply is still very even. Nice auto turrets coming down, 5 of them. Burrow helping a bit, but of course they're going to be spotted by the Ravens.
I don't know. They're running out of bases now. Tempo remaking
Thing.
his.
They're just going
Oh,
to
flying
Flying over these turrets,
these
not good for
turrets,
Mutalisks, though.
I,
I
I'm
thought that one was
curious-
dead.
Oh, that was long, but-
Turrets taking out the mutas. Boomerang has actually a reasonable bank. He just no longer has the infrastructure
No, he
available to actually produce.
doesn't. If only Tempo had that money, the game would probably be over within like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
He is going to try. I wonder if he's going to spot this orbital. Oh, but there's a turret there.
Can't fight it. The Corruptor could maybe tank for a bit.
lot of Vikings and I don't know.
Ugh. It's like this is one of those weird situations as a caster where you find yourself thinking this isn't over, but it could be.
He's
Yeah.
gonna lose his mutas. Oh, he's losing his
Yeah,
mutas.
things for Tempo are kind of dwindling, but
It really
he
comes
still-
down to
he still
control
has
in a game
options.
like this.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
If one guy makes a really good decision, then he can change the game forever in his favor.
Yeah.
It's been so tense all the way through.
This command center cannot land.
Yeah, it will have to go back up to that top corner. that was previously covered in creep to get anything done. There are a lot of factories at Starport being added on now, so Boomerang trying to get his actual production back online, which is crucial, obviously.
All this long distance mining.
Swarm hosts coming in again. They're going to attempt to go after these SCVs.
Swiftly pulled away by Boomerang. It's going to struggle to take this base when it's so creeped up, though.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a lot of creep to clear.
Oh, he's losing so many SCVs now. No, just the Hellions.
Just the Hellions.
And
he's kind of going to split these up. Split them up.
No, no.
Oh.
The panic. The panic.
That could be tide turning. This Widow Mine's going to go off to two swarm hosts now. One swarm host.
Oh no.
Yeah.
It's the forces of Boomerang are just looking too strong at this point, really.
Yeah, I think that will clench it right there.
There's one swarm host left. There's 2 mutalisks left. Vikings going to clean it up, and at some point Tempo's just going to have to kind of go, well, it wasn't enough. I think that push of Boomerang
Yeah.
was what
Oh, the
swapped
transfuses.
against him.
Shoes is going off. These queens are still a fighting force. No doubt about that. But they're not going to clear all this out.
Just gonna spit down some creep. Say fuck you. Oh, I think this is. I hate to say it. I don't know. I think this might be over.
I think it might have been over for a while.
Well, you know what?
I think it really ended
It
though.
just went back and forth, though. It wasn't just
when the 7
one
swarm
side.
hosts died, then it was. That
Yeah,
was
definitely.
if he still had those.
The Widow Mines, yeah. Move out of there.
Just put the tanks on top of them.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Cover.
Great position.
I would send one drone in there. Oh, ow.
And he was trying to get the friendly splash onto the tanks to kill the tanks, but it's not enough. Very smart plays out of Tempo, but at the end of the day, he made one critical mistake, I think.
Yeah.
It's not his game, but
we'll once again clean it up, but
Not
what
even.
cost?
now Boomerang has.
Not even.
Yeah, this is gonna die. I guess 2 mutas will eventually clean this, but they're not. Gotta kill that.
Oh,
Oh.
no! That Widow Mine had so many kills. No, just 6, but that was still such a. There's a GG, okay.
there
Wow.
we go. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
How can Saber be mad? He's lifting off the CC. It's gonna be amazing. Alright guys, the 30 seconds.
Guys!
Are we live?
Yeah, 30 seconds is
I
fine.
Are we
don't
back?
care.
I have no idea. I don't even
I think we
care.
spent so much time messing about not being able to talk that actually we forgot to
The
notice.
Terran lifted to the gold!
Yeah, look, it happened. Boomerang did a call.
Yes. It's
Tempo.
great.
Tempo.
If
Hasn't ceased.
Tempo's gonna see this and he's gonna throw down a pool. And if he can,
Sure.
like, yeah. I don't know. I've went 14 pool before and tried to stop this and I failed. So, I mean, if you know how to defense this early, man.
I like, in WCS Premier this season, in round of 32, I want to say, Massa tried to do this against Nest-T. And Nest-T's response was to pull 12 drones and go attack, and that is what Tempo is doing.
That's what Tempo did last time. He
Yeah.
knows how to do this.
Yeah. So I'm very happy he's following the Nest-T playbook. And
This is the only way I've heard of that is reliable to beat it.
yeah.
He didn't pull
it's probably
12,
really
he
worth
pulled
going.
13.
No, he pulled a lot more.
That is even better.
Yeah, pulled a lot more. So we'll be a little later. There may be a way to get a Marine out, but I don't know. He's got a pretty good Sim City here.
Oh, man.
Got a pretty good Sim City through all this.
That's
yeah,
going to
you
be
can
enough.
see it's completely walled off.
Yeah, that's really sharp by Boomerang. Actually, really you know, he got right on that straight away as a
One of
priority.
those drones took a
know.
mineral and just left.
And he's going to be able to infinite repair this until a Marine comes out. Tempo should just go home. He has to go home right now. He's probably going to lose anyway, but he has to go home.
I mean, he's got 2 drones back at home mining, but at this point where you've pulled all your drones and when the Terran's got his wall up, what can you do?
Yeah, Marine's out. It's going to kill you if you just sit there. You're never going to kill this barracks.
That's not what you want right now.
Go home, Tempo. Go home. You're drunk. There you go.
But he did spend a lot of minerals repairing.
He did, but yeah. But he's
But
got
it's
2
still
barracks up.
so
He's
far
at the gold
ahead.
base.
There's not even a pool down for the Zerg player.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, I see where Tempo
fighting from
goes
behind
after
a
this.
little now.
just a little bit behind.
Yeah.
You know what I would have done? I would have thrown down a pool, took my drones, mined from him once, and just continued.
What I want to see now at Tempo, I want to see hatchery, because I think if he doesn't go for 2 hatcheries at this point, then he's going to be in real trouble. But if he does go for 2 hatcheries, he's probably going to die anyway. So given that he's probably oh no, okay, well,
Oh no!
well, there's nothing he could have done anyway.
Yeah.
It's too many SCVs. Some of them bringing along their minerals, waving them
Oh
in
my
the face of
gosh.
Tempo. He's going, come at me, bro.
He's like, you want to pull? I'll pull too, and I'll bring my gold minerals with me.
Yeah, he's going to see the gold in the hand of that drone as well.
They're a gift.
So
They're
you'll
a
know
present.
it's
Bringing
back
them
up
to the hatchery to say, look, this is what you could have had.
Right. And Tempo will watch the train come in
He's
into the Zerg station.
Tempo won't give up
He's
so
trying.
easily.
Fair play to the guy. Like this is not a situation that I would consider something that he can win from, but he's going to give it a go. He is not leaving before he knows the game is over.
Oh, then
Ouch.
I'm
That's
going to be
sad.
really sad to tell him that
Yeah.
we're in that situation.
Well,
Pool's not even finished.
it's,
And there's
it's
nothing
it's
he
a
can
matter
do.
of time. There's too many Marines. There's more Marines now than there are drones, I think, for Tempo.
Yeah,
Although, you know, he
such a
could equalize if he cancels
Yeah,
that
Maybe
hatchery.
they're down a bunker.
Yeah, the pool is almost done.
It's time.
GG.
No.
2-0.
Wow. That was a non-standard series.
Yeah.
I think that's the best way to describe it. The first game was a super late game, and the second was super early.